Guys, this is part 2. If you didn't see part 1, you got to go back.
After this, we've got the girls talking to Ciara, being like, so West is in love with you. I love Mia just being like, so my hot take is he's still in love with you. And Lindsay says, would you ever entertain dating him again? And I thought we got such good Ciara confessional moments.
Yeah.
But by the way, this white outfit that she's got on with those dope lucite hoops. Anyone know where she got those hoops? Those are sick.
I know I already used it on a thumbnail, and now it's like all I want to capture her in. Like she had so many good that's all I'm looking at when I'm watching this stupid show, and I'm like, I already used
thumbnail.
it.
That'd be a great thumbnail.
Yeah, that'd be a great thumbnail.
That's how I am now because I engrave so much. Like I'll see like a great font or someone will say something that's like short but also really poignant. I'm like, oh, that's what you could do engrave.
Yeah.
Like I'll pick something up. I'm like, you could engrave this.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being is that moment in her confessional where like she got teary.
Yeah.
And just said, it's just, for lack of a better way of putting it, like, because I can't paraphrase what she said, but she was like, it's complicated. She's being so thoughtful about like, obviously I have eyes and ears and I can feel him touching me. And I realize that like, you've never not liked me.
Yeah.
There's that great, if you've ever seen Life is a House, which is one of my favorite movies, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's fucking amazing. But spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, at the end of the movie, it's about this guy who realizes he's dying of cancer and like, how does he want to spend like the last 6 months of his life? And he decides,
hate movies like that.
Oh my God, I love them. He decides he's an architect and he wants to build a house with his son. And so his son, who was just like, typical teenager, angry, whatever. And he divorced his son's mom many, many moons ago. And the son is like forced to show up at the house because he spends his summers with his dad. And all of a sudden the son starts like singing a different tune and is actually kind of enjoying himself. And then the ex-wife comes over and she starts spending time there. And she's got two like young twin boys. And she brings them over and they're having the best time and they're building this house. And it seems to be like this moment that this woman is like, why did we lose all of this?
Yeah.
Like, I knew the love we had was real. She drives up to the house and she's like, I just need you to know I'm never coming back. Like, we have to stop this. I'm not doing that. And then she comes back, but she's like, but before I do that, I need you to tell me I'm not crazy. You're in love with me. Just say it and then I'll leave, but I'm not coming back. And he's like, I've never stopped loving you.
Yeah.
I've been in love with you since the moment I met you. But the fact that I couldn't make you know that is the greatest mistake in a lifetime filled with mistakes. And I know I've said this on the show before. I've said this to you a million times before, but it's like, you can love someone so much. Wes can have all of these feelings for her, but he doesn't understand how to be a partner, how to like be an adult.
Be a man.
Be a man, be an adult, be a grown-up, be whatever, like be the person who can show up for her. And it's so hard to be in Ciara's shoes because it's like, I can't just turn off my feelings. And of course I love you. I was there too. I brought the dream to the dreaminess. Like, and I felt everything you felt, but I don't have the ability to just turn it off and go shtup a bunch of different people like you do, West. And now you're meeting me where I've been, which is still being around you and still having these feelings for you. And now you're waking up to the fact that like, yeah, it wasn't as good with anyone else as it was with me. And I've just been honest about the fact that like, that's how I felt about you. And even though I could probably get someone cuter and richer and whatever, like
all of those things, way more.
Right. Like,
things.
but I fell for you. And now and I've done everything possible to like quell those feelings and not be thinking about you and like going out on a date with a guy that didn't make me laugh the way that you made me laugh. And I would go home and shed a tear privately. And as I took off my makeup and drank another glass of wine so I could just pass out and stop thinking of you. And I did it. I got so far and I got on my antidepressants and I'm feeling good. And then you come around again, buddy, and you're dangling all this fucking shit in my face. And she's just got to walk that line so carefully so that she doesn't just follow her feelings again and get clobbered all over again because he's acting a little too reckless.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I saw all of that when she was in her confessionals and she was talking about it and like she teared up and she was just like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but the sentiment was, it's just complicated. And every woman in America was like,
I think what she said that you might be thinking of when she's like, listen, is it like we probably both are still kind of attracted to each other. We both miss each other because we were friends and we missed a relationship. And that's, so everything's coming out very disorganized and kind of crazy, which in that moment, I feel like people kind of go out of their way to lose their, like, whether it's their Southern accents or their New York accents, or like people just kind of just don't want to be the person with like the severe accent, you know? Yeah. But sometimes Ciara forgets and she goes kind of crazy. Like when she said it in that moment, I just thought like, this is just her so like raw and like not thinking anything else and being like, it's kind of crazy. It was very adorable.
And I loved that part. I was actually talking about something she said like in a different, same probably like,
because she was
outfit,
happy in that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
I think that was at the very beginning. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So at any rate, I just like, I'm feeling all of this. I'm having a lot of feelings.
She has all that depth to her and he doesn't. And maybe one day we're going to find out what the happened to this guy that makes him so shut off to, I mean, like you can be just shut off to like relationships, but like you got to really work hard to like meet a person like that and be also knowing all of the shit that you would get for your career, financially, with the network, with like you would really set yourself. And I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying if you've already got the feelings,
you genuinely love this person, and the cash and prizes come with it.
Exactly, like something happened to this dude. I don't know what it was, but like it's got to be something. You don't just turn out like this over nothing.
I just have to say, for the record, this is why, and also projection disclaimer, this is why I get so pissed when people say the comment of like, well, you know, a guy would stop when he meets the right person, or like when he meets like a good person, like a good girl or whatever. It's like Ciara is the top of the top. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, cause there's lots of, Ben's hot. And like, I don't think I would have feelings for Ben, right? Like after all, whatever.
I got feelings about Ben.
But you know what I mean? Like, and I was saying this to someone the other day. Like, I think Ben's one of those guys, like he's so hot, but you go on a date with him and you're just like, where's the short kind of chubby redhead guy? Because he's the one that like made me feel things in my nether regions because he's funny.
Yeah.
Because he gets it and he like keys with you and all this stuff. Like Ben's just not that dude. It doesn't make him a bad dude. She's just not that dude.
It doesn't.
But I feel like, no, West really loves Ciara. He has real feelings for her. In his words, it was so dreamy when they were together. It's his inability to be a adult and be in a real relationship. It's not because he hasn't met someone that's worth putting it all on the line for. Yeah. And so that's why I take real umbrage with that comment when people say it.
Well, I say that comment sometimes, but I don't think it's, I don't mean it. Maybe I am very good at articulating things. What I'm saying is not about like, oh, you meet the girl that is like the person that like you're so blown away by. I think it's you meet the person that lets you feel some type of way about yourself that like you're comfortable with. And it might not be good. It might be like, you could be someone who like wants to roll with an iron fist and this person that makes you think that's going to be okay. You could feel like I haven't ever felt adequate compared to I've dated the most amazing women. And I just like, I need to be the better one. I need to be the one who makes more money. I need to be so it's like, it's not necessarily about like you meet someone that knocks you off your socks because they are such an incredible person, but you're comfortable. I know my role here and I can play it well and whatever. I think that sometimes someone like Ciara could be, it's so stupid because I always hate it when people are like, oh, he's just intimidated by you. He just can't deal with all of it. Like, but it sounds so cheese dick, and I hate it when people just dumb it down to that. But if you go a little bit deeper than that, then
there's legitimacy to that. It is a frustrating thing to hear.
Super frustrating.
Because it's just like grow up.
Yeah, it's like when you want to tell your mom, like, Mom, I can't be too good for literally every single guy I've ever dated. Mom, like, thanks so much, love you. I get that you're just trying to make me feel better, but like, I am. But like, I feel like that would be just an annoying thing to hear over and over and over again, no matter how right it was, because at a certain point you just think like, this is a bag of bullshit.
Yeah. And for the record, I do think a lot of people don't say the comment how you just said it.
Yeah. And I don't know if I ever said it that way. So yeah, I thought I had.
Your fly's a little bit.
Well, because I got the tubes.
You don't. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in clearly the scene that had the most impact, the dinner scene at the end of this episode,
which came out of nowhere and was the greatest scene I've ever seen.
And I know I must sound crazy, but I say this from time to time. This is why I love these shows. This is why shows like this are important. Like, reality TV shows can be really important and be really helpful to society. I also get that they can be very harmful, but like, this is where like, I'm so happy we have these shows, because you get these moments of such a real conversation that maybe I've never been privy to. Maybe I live in a part of the country that I actually could live my whole life and never hear people talk about this. It doesn't matter if it's people that are a different race than you, a different gender, socioeconomic, like, I just think it's important to get to know every different kind of person, and just like sitting down as a fly on the wall, being able to hear these different discussions. I just think I'm going to sound so corny, but like, it just felt like a gift to be able to like listen to people have this conversation. And I know, and I think I'm jumping ahead because we start the dinner off with like Lindsay kind of ribbing Carl, like, oh, how was your date with Bailey?
Oh yeah. Let me just say something, because I don't even know if I'll keep this in, because I was trying to think about how to say it, and I don't think I have nailed it by any stretch, but I'm just trying to work it out in my head. It's not like we haven't seen a million scenes about discussions about race. There was something, I don't want to say new and exciting about this, but there was something different. There was something that piqued me to like, there was just something very like it
there was
just
a synergy to it.
Yeah. And because I don't, you know what I think it is I think a lot of these shows do have to hit beats, and like there was something like I said, how we're going to talk about how the scene started and where it gets to. I did not see the conversation going anywhere. It was so organic and authentic, and like, and then I'm realizing that like, I don't remember. And I know that there's been other times that there's been multiple people of color on this show, but like these three specific people, like it's not someone like Vanita, who I cannot stand. And I'm so sick of having to deal with the comments about, like, I don't want to hear from Vanita about anything. So like
about a headband,
exactly. Like nothing. So these three people on this show who I either am like, listen, I just met these two new people, but like there's so much hope with both of them. Like they really have like kind of knocked it out of the park to be like brand new people. And then obviously Ciara, we know her, we trust her. So I'll listen to her anytime. But for these three to be here on this show, be at dinner on this night, nobody stayed home this weekend. Like it was magical that this conversation got to be had, and we all just got to be here watching it too. I don't know. It was just like, it's cheese dick. It was a gift. It was time for that. There was something that happened also in Southern Hospitality, which is a much younger dipshit show, but like something happened there that like I hadn't thought about in a minute. Like, I don't know, Bravo just kind of like delivered some shit this week in new ways that didn't feel like the same old, like,
like a producer came in and said, now you guys have to talk about this.
Now you have to talk about race because there's three of you here. So now it's time. Like it really felt like the most organic flow of a conversation that I've seen.
Completely organic.
Yeah.
And I will put my life on that. And I think that we have enough history now with KJ, because we're mid-season, that we see this really depthful, thoughtful kid who does love to check in on the well-being of his castmates and / friends. You know what I mean? And so when Ciara started bringing that up, which is, of course, as a white woman, I've never experienced this.
Yeah.
It never even dawned on me. I was so happy that she shared that, because it gives me a window into, oh, so your heartbreak even had that level to it, which is such shit.
Yeah.
Because you're already feeling so just kicked and down and out and up in the head, the heart, everything.
Yeah.
And then there's that layer. And then the fact that KJ could identify with that from his sisters, and something we talk about that we so love about him is just like his ability to like so understand women seemingly, because like he's grown up with.
Let me just add something to that. Dara just had an interview with someone, and somebody asked her about KJ. And I think her words were, KJ is a man designed by a woman. And like, it's all I heard from the clip. And I was like, I thought that of him just spending the first weekend watching him. I was like, this is, you would draw this. This is how, like, if you were, I got a new iPad.
Your Apple Pencil.
Yeah. So I just thought that was like, just to come across that one line of the clip.
Yeah. No, I love that because I really think him opening up saying like, I see my sisters in you right now is what really cracked the conversation open. So then Mia can jump in and identify, like when she said, KJ, I didn't grow up with you, but I didn't grow up in your house, but I grew up in your house.
Yeah.
Like I so understood that because, and this is not in the same way at all because it doesn't have to talk about like, it's not a race thing, but I talk about with Jersey, like when I'm watching that stuff and like the family fighting and all of like, how could you hold a grudge like this? I'm like, I so know these people on a level that's like cellular that for her then to like now be in this circle and for everyone to just really beautifully bear witness. I know this sounds so corny, but I do think it was such a beautiful conversation that we actually get to use this language and talk about it like this.
Yeah.
Like for everyone to just bear witness to it and really take in what Ciara, KJ, and Mia were saying. It was like, I was just blown away and I could have watched 10 hours of them talking about this. And
I love how Kyle kept trying to be like, so what I'm getting here is like, Kyle, shut up. No one asked you. And your broccoli and your tea. Just shut up.
He meant well.
I know, it was totally fine, but I just think that's so Kyle to be like, so my takeaway here, and it's like, no one, you don't need a takeaway.
Well, he's a business person. I feel like he's always got to do like the summation.
This is a board meeting. He's doing the minutes. Send him the notes.
It was just beautiful. It was a beautiful.
Yeah. When she said the thing, like when she said about she's getting racism on both ends, where it's like, okay, people are now ragging on West. So I bet there's a bunch of West fans that are being like, you, whatever, like the worst of the worst, just saying like, why are you taking this? Like, I don't know what she had to read. I don't even want to think of the things that she had to read, but I assume I've seen parts of the country. It ain't great out there everywhere. You know, people are capable of much hate. So to be getting that, and then from Black people, like, you sold us out. You let this white boy play you on national TV. Like, way to go, idiot. Like but like, where do you go from there?
And
like,
you already feel so stupid that like,
like I already feel like an idiot.
But race aside, when someone breaks your heart, like I remember when my first boyfriend and I broke up, I just kept saying to my mom, I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. Like I feel so stupid.
Yeah.
That like, here I am just parading this guy around being like, I'm in love and he loves me. And isn't this so great? And everyone's like, you're an idiot. It's never going to work. And then you're like, right, you're right.
Yeah.
I am like that. Like, it's like your heart breaks. My heart broke twice for her learning that happened.
But you have like
I love
nowhere
that she said
to turn.
West needed to hear, America, the world needs to hear that. But also like she was saying it because I think she was like, West, I also think you don't understand this.
Yeah.
Because they started talking about the article and like now he understands it because of how last season went. And she's like, I just wish that like it didn't have to be that way. And I love that she opened up and said that. Yeah. Because then it just gave way to this whole other conversation. And I think it made West, and West does need to hear this, race aside.
He tried to act like he was getting racist. Like,
I actually thought the way, and I could have heard it totally wrong.
No, I think that I didn't take it. Now I just in retrospect thinking about what these three people are talking about. And then I'm like, and then Wes said something about getting racist. I'm like, fuck off, Wes. Well, no, but I do understand. I think
what he was saying like, and that was like, I'm sure I got nothing compared to what you were receiving. I think he was trying to say it where it's just like,
no, I'm feeling this type of way about West right now, and I've been a real big fan lately, so I'm being extra hard on him. But the best, I thought, one of the most poignant moments of that was when KJ's talking about just the attitude he has to have, and he says, I always have to think, and she finishes his sentence and goes 20 steps ahead, and he's like 20 steps ahead, and that's not normal. And then Kyle's like, yeah, when I'm going to blow up, I just let it all hang out and deal with it tomorrow morning with my hangover, you know, So I give shit to Kyle because I just think it is funny how he just goes, so what, let's take away here. Like it's just kind of cheese dick old. Oh, vibes. Is that what the kids are calling the vibes? What the kids are having the vibes? So it was just like a grandpa moment. But I love that he totally just outed himself and was like, yeah, I have mad anger management problems, but like I'm allowed to just throw them out there and like see where the chips land tomorrow. And it's
people
nothing.
might hate me because of it and think I'm an asshole, a bad husband. But it's not then spilling out onto an entire race of people.
Yeah.
And people then say nasty stuff and use horrible language and racial slurs. Like there's just such a difference between the choice, the end result of Kyle's bad behavior.
Yeah.
Right? Like if KJ were to have a moment where he like, you know, did anything that Kyle did, it's not, you can. There are no words. It wouldn't even be comparable.
Yeah, no, totally. All the storm offs.
Yeah.
All the yelling, all the throwing a beer. Like KJ wouldn't be here, but KJ would be escorted off of the fucking premises.
Correct. They did something. They were, I forget what it was. I feel like someone wrote an article or something just about like, oh, and the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is obviously, I mean, with the exception of Kim Zolciak, it's an all black cast. About like the quote unquote violence or whatever on the show. And I remember they brought it up and the women were talking about it. They're like, the violence, Teresa flipped a table. What's her face's, Jacqueline's daughter ripped hair out of someone's head. Like they're pushing and fighting on all of these. You're just pinning it on us because of the color of our skin.
Yeah.
And it's just so utterly
stupid.
Disgusting and unfair.
And on the Valley, Jax is pushing his wife into bushes and flipping his coffee table with the kid there. And like, and he did get kicked off.
Thank God.
Bravo.
Thank God. Bravo. Bravo. And then we get the coming attractions, which look outstanding for the rest of the season. So Summer House is really delivering so far.
Agreed.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you loved that last scene.
No, it was really good. And like, I didn't know how to, I wasn't trying to say that like those kinds of scenes have to be like pizzazz and fresh and hot. And like, I'm trying to sound like some fucking TV person, but like, I don't know. This one was just, it was just special. That's it. And that's all.
And now that I think about it, Summer House has actually done this a few times for us. Like as the audience, they've given us a few conversations in this topic. Like remember when Maya, yes.
That's the only other one I remember on Summer
Andrea.
House. I was trying to think of the last time that they kind of went through this, and that's always the one that pops out in my head.
And that was also like such a beautiful thing to watch. Yeah. It just feels real, it feels authentic, and it feels like people who have great communication skills are talking about this. It's not just like, oh, here are your lines, Teresa, here are your lines, Sally. It's like, no. These are people with lived experience that can really put such great language to what they've experienced, which just like nobody has to do that. But like as a viewer, when you get the synergy of that.
Yeah. And you don't owe us that, but
it's similar. It's obviously different in subject matter, but it's the same in the feeling of like when you saw Paige take on Kyle, it's like, yeah, Paige is equipped to like sit here and like tell him what's up. Like just the synergy that these three people had and the way they were talking about it. And like I said, we've now learned enough about KJ that like, it was all there. It was all there. It was beautiful.
Yeah. So since we did just get right into that, let's just cover like the rest of this scene when they get there and Lindsay is talking to Carl and they're going back and forth and like that voice is still there. It's just, there's just, this isn't a good moment. She's not having a good moment with Carl right now. And they go back and forth and Carl is trying to be like, no, thanks for the thumbs up or the go ahead and whatever. And he's stumbling around it. He's like, well, we did go on. I mean, we had lunch. Well, actually she called me. Like he was nervous trying to tell like how this all happened. It was almost as if he got back into this is my girlfriend and I need to make sure that I tell her that like this DM didn't come before you broke up with me.
This is why I keep saying with the Carl and Lindsay stuff, because clearly Lindsay still makes him nervous and may always make him nervous until they make up at whatever point that could happen at a quarter to never or could happen next season. But my point is, that's why I really think if Carl said to her, like, listen, I had to have the cameras there because you make me nervous and I can't stand up for myself, I think she would be like, You're right. Because she knows she's so tough with him and kind of.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. I
don't think Lindsay
I just,
would do it.
I just don't, especially right now, she just seems still too mad. Like maybe later on, like when she has a new boyfriend and Carl could say that to her and she'd be like, totally, I get it, you know? But like right now, it ain't the time.
Fair point. It has to be timed correctly.
Yeah. She has to have everything going right in her life to hear that, I think.
100% agree. And then she will agree.
Yeah.
It'll be
she would have no problem. She would be the baby laughter would come back.
Correct. Instead of the, you don't know, she'd be like, you're right. And then do the baby laugh.
Yeah. So when she says to him, well, I just told her, she paraphrased. Okay, well, what did you say to her? I just said, go for it. He probably won't have sex with you. She's real mad still. Flag on the play. Unnecessary roughness. But, you know, it was honest. They asked her, what did you say?
Flag on the lack of play.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and he's like, she said I was the best sex of her life.
I mean, I feel like that's, if you said yes to marrying someone, you have to tell them that. You can't be like, oh, that other guy really did me dirty and you're just meh.
Dude, I feel like Lindsay is like, no, it was the best sex of my life because of me. And that Lindsay probably thinks like, I was great last night.
It was great because of me.
Yeah, it was great because of me. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Our switcher keeps switching off. So I don't know. We should wrap it up though, because
should we get into commies?
Yeah, we had almost 400 comments, I think, and a lot of them were about the same thing, and there were so many good ones. I'm just gonna read like just some summarizations of them. The Ben versus Bailey fight is dividing everyone, as I said. People that were saying Bailey was wrong is DJ Baby Gudani, Suzanne Quinlan, Amelia Shank, Jennifer Santinoli, Miss Chevy to One Man Army, and Danielle Mag 84. People that are defending Bailey: Zan, Kristen Hall, Carrie Peacock, Emily Hayes. This is the biggest debate in the comments. Was definitely this. A lot of viewers think Bailey's comment at the dinner was totally inappropriate and embarrassing, while another group thinks Ben massively overreacted and made the situation way bigger than it needed to be. I think that if I could just say one line, I would say way bigger than it needed to be. Like if I were to say one line, I didn't. I said many lines. People are saying the reaction probably hit a nerve because there might actually be some truth to the Amanda Ben chemistry.
100%.
Yeah, there were some people that like, God, I've said it a million times, but just the way that people were like, my right arm to God, he loves Amanda. They did it. So we do see in scenes from the next that apparently he did want to. She says.
Yeah, yes, I'm a lady now.
I know, okay. But I just want to make with this guy making it crystal clear. Amanda says that you wanted to bang her, and are you going to go yell at Amanda now?
But we could be clickbaited, where like when they say like and you're walking around making it like he wanted to me in Italy, like, and that's not what happened. Like, so we just don't know until we know. But I mean, we know.
That's true. That's true. God, that will be. Hi, Minnie. That will be my luck. Is that was total clickbait and a Franken line together or whatever. Frankenstein. What do you call it when you Franken a line?
I don't call it that. It's what it's called. Frankenbite.
Frankenline is better.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben and Amanda have suspicious chemistry. That's a vibe from Consistent Try, from Nettie, Ningy Ding, Amanda B, Mama Koss. Ningy Ding had a funny comment, or maybe it was Zan. I get them mixed up all the time, and I don't know why.
It might be Zan, because I think I might have it, but keep going.
Well, Ningy Ding I think she's the Kyle fan, and I said it was Zan, and Zan was like, how dare you? I'm not the Kyle fan. It was Ningy Ding. But Zan, I'm not reading the whole comment, but like it was like a stream of consciousness where she like started here and was like kind of worked it all out. That I kind of love that our comment section is used for people to like work out a thought. And then by the end of it, she had come to her decision. I can't even remember what it was, but I just remember it like, no, team, whatever it was that she landed on. It was very thoughtful. You did the work, That's nice. Lindsay's getting a redemption arc. We already kind of knew that, but like that was just from the conversation with Travis. Like we didn't know he was going to open with that. And I thought, are you new at this or are you been studying? Because that's like the perfect way to let everyone know who you are right off the bat. Hi, I'm Travis, and my mom died of breast cancer when I was super young. And so here's what I've spent my life battling. And And I don't know. I just thought I was insight about Lindsay that I hadn't totally. Like we always talk about, oh, loss makes you push people away, but why? It was the unconditional, the word of the unconditional. I'm gonna actually go out of my way to make you miserable, so that you have to like. If you leave, you leave. But like, I'll know that you love me unconditionally. Like I just never. Is that wild that it took me this long to get there?
Well, yeah, because I feel like we've talked about it before.
Not the unconditional part. Wes and Ciara are playing dangerous games. That's a sentiment felt by Carrie Peacock, Nettie, and Pat Clark. They just think Wes still wants Ciara, but only on his terms, which is not a serious relationship. And off. Kyle and Amanda's marriage feels off. Yeah, that's Nettie, very Nerona, and Haley and Dave. They just think they're completely disconnected this season. And that's what happens when you move out of each other's apartments. The funniest comment, according to the robots, was Nemo saying, my favorite part of the episode is everyone dresses up for dinner and eats with plastic utensils.
I have that one. I thought that was hilarious.
I didn't even notice it until like the third watch or something, that they were eating in like little kid plates like that. Like, you put the macaroni here and then you put your cut up hot dog here. Like, I don't know. Why'd they do that? Like,
were they takeout containers?
No,
they're the chef are there.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that they had a chef there. Oh. I won't read the comments because I feel like if they're funny, somebody else should read them. But the robot thinks that the funniest comments this week were from Nemo, 22 without 50, Fishing Gal, Truth for Peace, shocker, Meteor Wine, another Truth for Peace, double shock. I feel like she gets two every
she
time.
Usually does. She's like the Michael Phelps of comments. She double medals.
No, it's true. And consistent try. Yeah. Oh, no, consistent try got the wildest comment.
Oh. Carrie Peacock said, I think West's true internal struggle is that he wants Ciara on his terms, which is not a serious relationship, but knows he can't burn her like that twice. It's not that he wants her and can't have her, because ultimately, if he 100% committed and proved she could trust him, she would be with him. He wants her, but not on her terms, and that's why he's struggling. He thinks the flirting is them becoming friends again, but doesn't realize the flirting is sending Ciara the message he may want a relationship with her again. She enjoys the affirmation that he's not, that he's sad not to have her, but it's dangerous territory of getting hurt badly by him again when he shows he's still not ready for something real. That being said, I do think he loves her, but for whatever reason, he can't do the real relationship. And I know that we beat this dead horse, but Carrie said so much of it so well that I wanted to read her comment.
Yeah, Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie. Sunset Harp said, I was annoyed with Bailey. She was out of line. She gave a crap apology. The one of those, I apologize if. Then she's embarrassed and co-ops Levi to comfort her and blows Levi's night out. Yeah, I'm with Travis on this one. And Natalie just said, I mean, there's a lot of people in Travis's van, pretty crowded, but plenty of spots open in mine, Sunset, plus there's beer. And I just thought that was an adorable exchange.
I'm from Oklahoma. We have roadies.
Yeah. Maggie McNaughton said, on the Cartier website, the watch runs $12,000. Interesting for sure, but he didn't at least give Carl 10 grand. And Mike said, you better have some money if you're buying 12K watches. And if you have money, give your buddy some of the money for his club. And I just,
club.
Yeah.
Club Carl.
And then Mingy Dig said, thank you for researching this. I couldn't find the number. And I just thought I love the community helping each other. And yeah, it's a weird thing, right? Because like you can't spend other people's money for them.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of those situations where it's like, dude, you're struggling financially. Do you really think this was the time to buy yourself buy your wife a $12,000 watch?
In like basically the same sentence of explaining to the table why you couldn't.
That's right. Right. But then someone could be
Kyle.
like, but she complains that he never does anything for her birthday. So this is him trying to save his marriage. So like it is, I don't know. That one I'm also split down the middle on.
No, totally. Yeah. If you're going to spend money on anything, spend it on your wife.
That's right. Shannon Fall said, Bailey, first lesson in flirting. Don't overthink it or pre-plan it. That's when it gets mucked up. Let it flow. And I think that is great advice.
Yeah.
Pat Clark said, Jesse is stuck in puberty. I don't trust West. West is playing the wounded lover, but I don't think he really wants a permanent relationship with Ciara. Ciara, move on, girl. Don't get sucked back in to the juvenile games West and Jesse are playing. Ciara, you deserve better. And Pat, you're not wrong. I just, as a hopeful romantic, I just need West to tell us either.
It's
like,
over. It's over, Courtney. You got to
You're
know
over,
that.
Natalie. Okay. Minnie Ding said, West sitting on Ciara because he almost lost her to Jesse and wants to claim her. West, you better get clear on what you want and fast because you are on dangerous ground. I just think so many people feel this way, that if West fucks it up, he needs to go to the witness protection program.
It's a lot of stress. Like,
just don't mess it up, West.
also because, like, honestly, I can't go through another season. Like, because you think that Ciara's going to be back. It's not that I don't think, it's not like I think anyone's letting Ciara go or she's got to decide what she's going to do. But like, we're at a 10-year mark. Like, there are some decisions to be made of like how the show will move forward if they want to move forward with the show, because they're going to have to cast a bunch of new people. So like, does Ciara want to be the mother hen of this house? That just might not be interesting to her. If Ciara stays, I cannot do another season where Ciara does not talk to West because of something that went awry. And this time probably be worse because he already
It'll be DEFCON
knows.
1.
Yeah, and I don't enjoy that. So I'm here. It's a little bit of selfishness on my part. I don't want to watch that show.
No, I don't either. Fishing Gal said, Travis, some girl hurt your heart, and I'm guessing her name was also Bailey, and I'm guessing you're still not over her. And I just thought that's cute. Travis also getting more love from Chanel saying, totally agree with Travis about Bailey. But then, Rabiel, let's go with that. Ben, wah. Don't make jokes about Amanda and me. She's a married woman. Also, Ben doubles down and follows Amanda everywhere for the rest of the night and the next day. Makes jokes about not being able to get naked in the pool. The guy is a total douche. I just think this is this.
Who are they talking about?
Ben.
Oh yeah. We forgot to say at the very end, Ben makes his own, like somebody else makes the joke. Because they're trying to wrap up that conversation at the end. And then Amanda goes, well, should we just all say a nice thing about me again? And then someone yells, yeah, you want to Ben. And everyone's dying laughing now. Like, it was a joke. Always was a joke. Just not when Bailey made it because she didn't tell it that good.
The reason I had screenshot this is because this wasn't a thread. This was one comment after another. And I feel like it just shows the divided nature of the comments.
Oh yeah. I was just saying I forgot about the last part of this show. And I just wanted to make sure that there was one last button to joke.
Button it up. Chrissy Sheik said, I enjoyed Travis and his insight on Lindsay. It makes so much sense. I think Lindsay has become the mother she always wanted and needed. Her daughter has changed her in the most profound way. And I said, I totally agree. I feel like motherhood has healed a very deep wound that she was walking
big
around
time
with.
Yeah.
Cassidy Klinkhammer said, loved this ep of Summer House. I was giddy after seeing West and Ciara. Linda Bjorklund said, me too. I had a big smile on my face when the episode ended. And I said same. And I know that you guys keep saying that I need to just walk away from this and realize nothing's going to happen. But I just need to live with the butterflies for a little while longer of like the cuteness.
You're setting her up for failure. So I hope you're proud of yourself when this all goes to shit.
God, Natalie.
But have you not seen enough? And are you willing to put her on the line for that?
No, because I think right now she hasn't gotten hurt again.
Well, you've seen that she's crying about some next episode. But maybe it's not about him. I'm just saying, like, how everyone wants what they want. What does Ciara want? She wants to be treated well and happy.
I know. I just want to have butterflies for a minute, Natalie. I've been single for a very long time.
At her expense. I hope that they're
never.
worth it.
Ciara, I'm your number one fan.
Yeah, she keeps saying that. It's a lot of talky. Let's see some action.
You could live with me and I will kill West, okay, for you. Okay, Emily Hayes said, Bailey was wrong, but so was Ben's reaction. And I said, honestly, I'm so with you because I'm split down the middle on this one. And I just loved finding my two other people in the comments that were split down the middle with me. Brittany, and a bunch of numbers after it, said, in a perfect world, I would love West and Ciara to be together forever, but I don't know if he's ready yet. And by the time he's ready to commit, she's going to be in a loving relationship, I bet. I just wish he would get it together and confess his love for her and actually put in the effort. And Nettie said, no. And I said, yes. And I said, that's funny.
Miss Chevy, but why are we mad at Ben? I'm with Travis. I don't like Bailey either. She was out of pocket. I think Ben had the right to confront her about it, so she wouldn't do it or say it again. Why should Ben feel uncomfortable? Ben may have been humiliated at the dinner table. Bailey can't play victim after opening her mouth to say some shit like that in his face. Fam, don't disown me.
Never.
But like after this episode, she was
Chevy, what do you think after this episode?
Yeah, like however she dealt with it is how she dealt with it. But Ben proved to be a person who I think needed to be called out.
But we still love you.
Oh, yeah.
Platt Clark. Bailey wasn't joking, but she was being honest. I don't think she expected people to respond the way that they did. Faux pas. I'll say. Nettie. These people are how old? Wes sitting on Ciara.
You can always rely on that. Sorry, go.
Wes sitting on Ciara, weird to me. Do they all think they're in high school when they're drunk? Ciara got therapy to explore boundaries and how they help. Oh, Ciara get therapy to explore boundaries and how they help. Miss Chevy said, amen. Notify Studio said, I've been sitting on Natalie every day since I watched this episode.
Now we're reading our own comments.
She still doesn't
He got
realize.
it from Harris.
I forgot about that.
Keep going. Carrie Peacock. We laugh so we don't cry. Many people would be horrified at the jokes my siblings and I make about our family situation. Dark humor is what gets you through, and when you find friends that can joke with you, those are your people.
Agreed.
I'm hoping that you were referring to me making fun of Travis, talking about his dead mom all the time.
No, Travis was making fun of. Travis was doing that to himself.
We all were.
I wasn't.
I wasn't here.
One time I tried to make a joke about, because Travis would always say like dark humor jokes about that situation. One time I tried and he looked at me funny and I go, oh, I'm sorry. Is that like, well, that's like just a you joke only. I'm sorry. That was stupid. And he was like, no, just like they have to be funny. And I was like, a touche.
That's cute.
That's what I've been preaching. Also,
That's right.
I
That's
guess
what
I
you've
need
been
to
saying.
learn it for myself.
Mandab. I always like calling her Mandab ever since I think that you did it the first time. I wish Bailey would have fleshed out her.
I'm laughing because I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah. I wish Bailey would have fleshed out her explanation a bit more. If she would have been like, I had a crush on you, so I may have noticed the way you interact with Amanda more, but it does feel like you're doing things for Amanda her husband should be doing. Just that last part. He's doing a lot of things that...
She said it in her confessional,
Kyle
and she's
should
not
be.
wrong.
Yeah. Yahala Gandini. I agree with Travis. There's been a shift in the comments. Everyone's
There's a new
swapping
boy.
out
There's a new boy.
Mike, the name Mike for Travis for some reason.
No, you're just the default guy. Now there's
Easy
another
typo.
one.
Easy
Yeah,
typo.
really. Mama Cass.
Welcome to the suck, Mike.
Mama Cass. I think Bailey's comment hit too close to home for Ben. That's why he got so pissed. And I
DP.
think you're right. Organza Miss Gay Vancouver. How many of these duty-free BOGO Cartier watches are on these Bravo shows? Is that like a thing? They're giving out all these watches
No,
to these shows?
it's a reference to. It's an inside joke, Mike.
Fine. This was just a funny interaction. My News 83. Stop falling for Bailey's BS. Michael Wooden. Thank you. Palava Girl. We will not, because she's cute and true and beautifully flawed.
Yeah, Palava gets it.
Yeah.
She's a gift.
Imani Leach. I think you guys are infantilizing Bailey. Infantilizing. Why can't I say that word?
That's
Whatever.
Infantilizing.
Bailey and treating her like a teenage girl. That's a grown adult. It's like she cried and now Ben's the worst person ever. People are saying Ben overreacted while also overreacting to Ben. I just like that last sentence because it's kind of true. I don't think Ben made Bailey cry either. I think Bailey's last boyfriend made her cry.
Same.
And Ben just kind of
Same,
reminded
same.
her of it. Yeah. Meteor Wine. Bailey blurted out a silly schoolgirl crush comment, but there was a germ of truth behind it. Ben had an extreme overreaction because there was a germ of truth that struck a raw nerve. The way he handled it was absolutely toxic. Anger management issues for sure. He can go back to boxing kangaroos, which I thought was funny. And I had to tell him that I've actually seen the boxing kangaroo in person when I was a kid. I got to see him.
I don't like that.
A dude box a kangaroo.
I don't want to see anyone punch an animal.
They get weird though. Like, have you ever seen one pound on a door of like a house?
No.
They're a strange animal.
Well,
they're
bears just
buff.
can let themselves into your house.
But kangaroos have this deranged look on their face when they're doing it, like trying to shatter a window because they don't understand that. Why can't I go through this? It's a glass window, and so they just keep banging into it and getting crazier and crazier.
I didn't know that you knew so much about a kangaroo.
It's these Instagrams, man.
Yeah.
Another good interaction. Don't get mad because one of my comments are in here. Sorry. Pat Clark, someone tell me, at what age do you tell a girl you like her by sitting on her? My response, all the ages. We should all be sitting on each other. The love goes both ways, for the person providing the seat and the love sitter. It could save the world. Pat liked that idea. Summerlicious.
Good name.
Yeah, such a great name. 2 things. 1, if someone said to me what Bailey said to Ben, I wouldn't get upset unless there was a nugget of truth. Is it annoying? Yes, but the confrontation was a bit much. 2, I don't think that Kyle has ever had a flirtation with Ciara. I get more big bro protective vibes. Totally,
Who's
I agree.
Sarah?
Ciara.
Oh, Ciara. I thought you
Sorry,
said
a
Sarah.
little side time. Suzanne, I'm going to end it with Suzanne Quinlan. Suzanne Quinlan, Mike, I love you and usually agree with what you say, but in this instance about Ben's extreme reaction to the very, very rude and embarrassing comment from Bailey on Amanda's birthday about Amanda and Ben effing was not the first time she had rudely and embarrassingly made reference to this very, very awkward topic and in front of Kyle, not only the husband, but Ben's friend as well. I feel Ben's reaction needed to be over the top in order to shut Bailey the F up. And I agree. Bailey's self-depreciation is all an act. There's a lot of capital letters in there too. I couldn't emphasize them all, but last one, Suzanne Quinlan. And for the record, I also want to sincerely apologize to Lindsay. We had a moment last week where we wanted to delete all our YouTubes.
What?
About Lindsay and us being so mean.
Yeah.
So Suzanne Quinlan agrees.
No.
Okay, closing it out with truth for peace for freedom.
Woo!
That sounds like you were wishing people a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it sounded something jazzier to me. I liked that one. That was a good one, Mike.
Yeah. Kyle and Amanda look so perfect together. It's sad that their personalities don't match. We probably witnessed one of the last lovey-dovey moments of their relationship in this episode. Wes sitting on Ciara is some animal kingdom posturing. No woman wants to feel like she can physically dominate her man. Wes is showing Ciara he's an acceptable suitor for procreation. Obviously, this is all subconscious, so they are both unaware of this. It's so interesting to me how differently we all watch these shows, which means we also all see reality in such a different way. There have been experiments done with optical illusions where half the people see the wheel spinning to the right and the other half see it spinning to the left. Let me give you an example in my own life. The lead singer of Rammstein is Till Lindemann, and I'm sorry if I screwed that up. I don't know that band. When I first saw him, I had to do a double take because he looks exactly like my grandpa. I was so excited to tell my sister. I thought I was going to blow her mind apart. But she didn't even see a resemblance. I still can't believe it.
I need to know if you're into Rammstein or if you just saw the dude one day and thought, oh, that looks like grandpa. I need to know the answer to this question.
I feel like truth will give it to you.
I need it. Rammstein is the most craziest band you've ever heard of in your life. Have you ever seen clips of a band that have like the most ridiculous castle set pieces with just 30-foot flames exploding all over the stage?
No.
It is insane.
And that's them?
That's them. It is mayhem.
Ramstead?
Rammstein.
Ramstein. Potato?
Bailey is the best. Just came from truth for peace for freedom. She has a certain je ne sais quoi, smart, beautiful, and funny. That's the ultimate triple dipper. Now, if only she would believe in herself. I loved her in Levi's plant scare trick. I definitely relate to their childlike spirits. I am the type of person to buy plastic poop and put it on the toilet at a party or a fake plastic mouse and put it in someone's drink cooler. It just makes life a little bit more fun. Bailey does make life a little bit more fun. And Levi. Poor Bailey, she did not deserve that overreaction from Ben. I completely know the feeling of saying something out loud to a group without filtering it through the brain first. I think we've all been there, right? Right? That was so cute, Jith. Then the music stops and everyone is looking at me and they say in unison, what the hell did you just say? That's the time you fake getting a call on your cell phone and excuse yourself for fake an injury like a Charlie horse and hop out the door. Peace. Can you just see her being like deuces?
Later, bitches.
Yeah. That was so cute.
It's just so annoying because it's just like her intention wasn't to be malicious. And like, I know when I've said something that I was like, I really meant that obviously as a joke. I thought it was funny in my head. It sounded funny.
Yeah.
So much of what I say, I think comes out pretty great, fine, funny. Yeah. But this really didn't go over well. Don't I get any credit for any of the other stuff?
Yeah.
And then that person just is not having it. And then don't hire you for a job you really want. That may or may not have happened to me. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, hype, tell a friend.
Yeah.
I haven't subscribed yet.
Oh, see, we got a new one.
Okay, wait, what do I want to do?
Yeah, this band looks crazy. Wow.
They're
Intense.
crazy good.
Bye. Love ya.
I love you. Bye.
Goodbye.